Okay, guys, I have gist for you.
What gist?
Let me break it down.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. We're back.
We are back.
We're
Welcome to season 2 of I Have Just For You.
With the HD cameras.
Yes, with the HD cameras where you get to see all our faces all the time.
We love to see it.
It's very exciting.
I know,
so
right?
excited.
This is the official
episode 1.
Right.
Today we'll be talking about Heartbreak 101. But first, how are you?
I'm good. Oh my God. We just came from the most fun birthday holiday for a certain somebody here.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
I'm 29 now, which
Yay!
is exciting.
She's old.
Not as old as I say, so still very young.
I hate everyone.
We went on holiday. We went to Amsterdam this weekend, and I've been to Amsterdam before, but this trip,
it was my favourite trip of Amsterdam ever.
It's actually probably my best trip I've ever been on in my life.
If I cough, just excuse me, because the karaoke that we did,
we laughed. We actually laughed for 48 hours.
No, straight.
I've been having flashbacks since of the different stuff
that we were up to, right?
It was an experience.
No, it was fun.
We ate too much food.
All the food. The food is so good in Amsterdam.
Yes,
I feel like before this trip, I haven't really eaten like that in Amsterdam.
Shout out TikTok.
No, yeah.
Shout out Chan for the best sandwich I've ever had in my life.
The best sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Shout out Blue Dragon for amazing.
Some of the best
we had a lot of fun.
Right?
We ate, I love karaoke. I'm sure I've mentioned it 50 times on the spot. So I captured all of them and we went to karaoke and we had a time.
It was
fun. I would say one of my highlights of the trip was on my birthday singing Moment for Life with some of my favourite people. It was great. And I cried a bit because, as you guys know, I'm a crybaby. It was great. It was an amazing birthday. My birthdays keep getting better, which I'm loving. So we go again next year. No, honestly.
Come on.
So yes, we're smiling. We're in a very good mood. It's been a good week, and I'm still off work. I go back at some point.
I've already gone back and I'm tired already.
I ran away, so it's been great. Yeah.
And I went to Morocco and got back the day before Amsterdam. So I had an extra.
World traveller.
Listen, I'm trying to be flued out. I had an extra good time, and I went with the fam, and it was really fun. We haven't been on a family holiday in like 10 plus years.
It's weird because when you're younger, they're all the time.
And then you grow older, and
interesting.
You just go away by yourself. Yeah. So that was really fun.
That's lovely.
Yeah, I'll do it again. They're nice people.
Are they now? Came out your room to find out they're not that bad, actually. No, I love that. Family holiday's nice.
Yeah, but anyway, Heartbreak 101.
So yeah, as we know, heartbreak is a killer.
You feel like
you're gonna die.
Yeah. If I should start on my own,
you're actually. It's only feel like you're pretty sure you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like
the physical.
It's the physical pain that you can never be expecting.
Like for me, the times that I've been heartbreaking, the chest pain. I have physical chest pain. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
In the pack,
do I need to go to A&E? It's so
all consuming.
Yeah, you can't eat, you can't sleep. What can you do? You're
I think heartbreak as an adult is the craziest idea.
Do you think it's worse when you were younger or now?
It's worse, personally.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I think if you've gone through heartbreak before, I think it gets easy each time. As much as people don't want to admit that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Personally, my view is that just get easy each time.
I agree.
Yeah, for me, I've been able to learn from it.
Yeah.
Just even learn from the way I reacted to it.
Right.
And been able to make it easier for myself each time.
Fair.
But as an adult who pays bills, who has to go to work, I think it is harder for me because I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
But there's also, remember when you were heartbroken at home and you had to pretend you were fine and somebody's asking why you haven't washed one stupid plate? Like, there's also that.
You know what? I remember being heartbroken in uni and I was in an exam and just for 5 minutes I zoned out. When I was writing an exam, I literally was like, I'm going to cry.
It's all consuming.
And it's like, can you do your exam, please? Can you focus? This is not what you came to uni to do. Yeah. It's so mad. It's so debilitating at times. But interesting. Who do you think, out of men or women, take heartbreak harder? Because I got some stats for your ass. But who do you think takes it harder?
I feel like women feel their emotions.
Yeah, we really feel.
But you know why I'm going to actually say men?
Why?
Because I feel like you'll meet a woman, she's going through a heartbreak. You'll see her 6 months later and her life is a brand new life. She's changed her life.
Okay.
And that woman, the next time you see her dating, she makes really executive decisions. But not everybody, but for example, this is something I've seen.
Yeah.
And like, maybe educates every guy I've met that a girl has broken his heart is talking about what guy year 6 did this to me. I'm kidding car.
Why is that so true?
Year 6? Nah, come on.
She broke my heart and now
and now I can't be trusting you girls. I'm gonna be an F-boy. Can you guys be serious?
It's actually so true.
Looking at 30 in the eye, somebody 20 years ago hurt you. Because that's the thing.
So interesting.
How many women do you meet that are holding on to,
a grudge from...
They say, what is that movie? It's a Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That saying about a woman scorned.
Hell hath no fury like a woman
scorned. That's the thing though. Like, I do know that women, we have the power. Like, I know.
But I feel like
we're able to let things go.
We can.
I don't see that with men. I see that, like, that's why all of them used to be football players.
We do the opposite to men. So we will feel the heartbreak then and there. Oh my God, my life is finished. And then time will heal us and we'll move on. Men, I feel like, I don't know if they hide it or men you should come and say, but I feel like, they feel it, they don't feel it, I don't know, but they're fine. And then down the line, it comes out. Can you tuck that back in, please? I don't want to see that.
It's that tuck it back in.
Tuck it back in.
I don't want to see it and it's none of my business.
But I do have a stat that I'm going to read out because there was an actual study, okay?
Go on.
So it says, when it comes to breakups, we tend to think that women are devastated while men quickly move on. But a new study from researchers at Binghamton University and University College London reveals that breakups actually hit men harder than women. The study, which surveyed 5,705 people in 96 countries, found that women may feel more immediate heartbreak at the end of a relationship, but men experience greater emotional trauma over time. And
that's it. That's what I said. Literally.
I agree, because I feel like I've seen it so much in real time. Like, you break up and then
that's why they all got the one who got away. Why were you not serious at the time? Don't let me abuse men. This is what we came to talk about.
Not abuse.
Not because I can.
That's a different episode.
No, but yeah. You guys will be fine. Everybody's tough.
Will they though?
It's now, do I care? Is now the next one.
So, in terms of heartbreak, I'll share some stories.
Are you going to tell us? Tell me about a heartbreak that... Just pick a random one. The one you wouldn't mind sharing.
The one I wouldn't mind sharing. Yeah. The one that I mind sharing. If I share it now, we'll lock off this thing because he even lives nearby. So, well, I can't remember where I was. Where was I in life? Was I in uni? I must have been in uni.
Those uni heartbreaks are not good.
Was it in between my degrees? I can't remember now. Somewhere years ago at this point. See, I can't even remember because it's so relevant now.
See?
But I had a boyfriend. Let's call him David. I met him at a party. I went out with my girls at the time. We went out, I think it was South London, something like that. Went out to a party. It was cool. Just doing my, I look cute. I was feeling cute, feeling myself. This guy came up to me. He was talking to me. And I was like, oh my God, he's handsome. And then he went to his car. We were chatting. And he was just telling me all the things that I like to hear. Nonsense. You're beautiful. Yeah, I feel lucky I found you. I was like, oh my God. I feel like I was young and naive.
Yeah.
Because I was lapping your top like a lap dog. Cool. Then we started dating. But our first date, and this should have been the first red flag, but do I listen? I feel like I learned the hard way in life, especially when it comes to love. Our first date, we were just gonna go to cinema, get some food, casual. I'm a casual babe. I'm not doing all the hackathons and stuff. It's not for me. Why was he over an hour late? And I went to South because he lives in South. I don't. I live in Hertfordshire, and I went to go meet him. Boy, I went to go meet him, and he was over an hour late. And I was like, "But you live here." I was fuming because I had dressed cute, done makeup,
I'm
looking
tired
cute.
now. I want to go home.
I was this close to going home. I was calling my girl and I was like, I'm going to get on the next train home. She was like, no, like maybe no. That girl self. And then when he came, even when he came, what he was wearing, I was like, are we going to cinema? Like, why were you wearing? He was, them tracksuit bottoms that do shuku shuku. The ones that you're walking to do shuku shuku shuku. And I was like, okay, like you could put jeans.
You could have tried to look nice.
Jeans
like it's a day,
and a t-shirt would have done for me.
Look like you bathed.
But I was like, okay, did you even cream? He was like, yeah, give me a hug. I was like, okay. And then he was in the car touching my leg. I was like, can you if I just? Anyway, went on a date. It was nice, but just over time, I wasn't getting what I deserved. So, like, for example, like, he would never come to meet me. It was always me going to his. Never. It's always one excuse or another. I remember there was one time, the cry that I cried there. He went out to a party. We were only together for like a year. He went to a party. He was going to a party. Then I was like, come over like that. I got a free yard. And I never have a free house.
Yeah.
Sorry, mum. Sorry, dad. But we had a free house. I was like, I'm going to come over. My parents are like up north or something. You know, we'll chill. We'll make food. Yeah. He was like, yeah, I'm going to come after the party. It's like, cool. The party was like a day barbecue thing. So not crazy late. I text you at like 11. Where are you? Midnight. Where are you? 1 a.m. I'm bedding off your line. Is he picking up the phone? I was there at like 2 a.m. like in my bed like.
No, yeah. That's staying up late for men. We'll still discuss that later.
I think I went to bed around like 3-ish. I think I cried myself to sleep. I was so upset. I was so like, oh my God, like he keeps doing this to me. Yeah. Anyway, that's not even the second red flag, but we'll call it the second red. The third red flag that I will only just mention was one of my birthdays. I wanted to do like a staycation. I love a staycation. Yeah. So we were like, why don't we just do it here in London? And so there was an apartment in like near London Bridge. It was really nice. And he was moving like he had no money. So he was like, oh, I'll pay for it for now. For now. Okay. So I paid for it. It was a few £100s. You know, London's not cheap. Yeah. And it was just for the weekend. Even things like he forgot his toothbrush. Why was I buying it? Like, why was I buying a new toothbrush?
It's my birthday weekend. I'm not going to be spending money.
Did this man get me anything for my birthday? The red flags were red flagging. And you know what? Every time I was like, this man doesn't appreciate me. And then like things like, he'll be like, oh, I'll get you this, I'll get you that. And then there was one time he was like, oh, I bought you this jacket, like this khaki, whatever, like a bomber jacket, just so you know. And I was like, okay, cool. Oh my God, next time I come to your house, I'll come pick it up. But I went to his house, he was like, oh, I gave it to my brother.
But why? And you know, that's a thing that I don't, that's actually my men pet peeve. Stop offering things that nobody bloody asked you for. I didn't pressure you. I'm not delivering. I didn't ask you. Leave me in my house.
Nobody said you should come and do. You went to go and do it yourself, and then I got to your house. Oh, like, where's the jacket? Give it to my brother. You and your brother should go in the bin.
Both of you. I'm fast.
And do you know what? I just remember I don't know where we were driving to at the time, but I just remember being in the car crying because I was like, you don't give anything to me. You're not giving me energy. You're not giving me nothing. Like, after a while, I was like, why am I still here? And then the way we broke up, it was even mad. I can't even 100% remember. Oh, I blew up because I was like, I've had enough. Like, you don't do shit for me. You don't do anything. Coming to see me, you don't do. Acts of service, you don't do. Physical touch, you like that one. I'm sure you love that one. Stupid.
That's all they know.
All the other love languages.
Focus up.
He just wasn't doing it for me, and I just blew up at him with a massive argument. And then he didn't speak to me for like 3 days after. He on bended knee as well. Bended knee. If I shout now. He didn't speak to me for 3 days after, and I just was for me, my process was I already kind of grieved the relationship weeks before because it just wasn't what I needed. So then the third day, I can't remember what he said to me, but it was like, yeah, we're done. I can't do this anymore. And I was like, okay. No, that's okay. I was like, no, don't everyone pretend that you didn't do.
It's now that you can be having pride. Everybody was prideless with men before.
I was doing.
But why would you love me? I get it.
Please, I need you. I love you. And yeah. He wasn't having any of it. He was like, yeah, I'll call you tomorrow. He didn't call me tomorrow. I almost went to his house. Luckily, I have a friend that lives quite near to him, like 10 minutes away in Lewisham. So I almost went to his house to go knock on his door because I was like, you're not going to break up with me over WhatsApp text. And then over WhatsApp text, so like heartless. Normal. And then he didn't call me. And then I went to my friend's house. I cried. She really comforted me. Shouts out to Yvonne. Okay. She really comforted me. And yeah, I mean, I got over it over like 24 hours. I'm not going to lie. It took me quick because I think I quickly realised I grieved this already.
Yeah.
It's just ended. And it's like, oh, it's a shock, but it happened. But I kind of knew it was coming. So I got over it real quick.
Yeah, I think when you kind of start mentally detached,
right?
From
so the time it ends, you're
like, oh, this is actually quite good. I'm actually
right.
This is a good time for this.
Yeah, but it really pained me. It wasn't even my heartbreak wasn't at the end when we broke up. My heartbreak was in the relationship when he was doing me. When I'm asking you for this, come and see me, put energy into me. You weren't.
It's the man.
So I learned from that, and what I learned was don't let man take you for idiot. That's what I learned.
You can't be begging for long. Anything you want.
Oh my God, the biggest lesson also that I will learn from that is you cannot make someone love you. You can't make someone want you, and I learned that the hard way.
Every time.
And I know you hear it, but when I felt it, I was like, okay, I really understand now, and I would never
do this one again.
Repeat this one again. Yeah, and I learned my lesson, and from then on, I don't beg anyone for love.
Honestly,
if I begged you for love, it was a mistake. But I didn't beg anyone.
Okay.
No. So, would you care to share?
Not really, but I guess.
Yeah, I'm scared to share.
Okay. What should we call him?
Because they have to be named anonymous.
Let's call him Dave. I always, whenever I'm thinking of a random man name, I say Dave. And have I ever met a Dave in all my life? Dave.
Okay, Dave.
So, I was at uni actually. Went to a party home for the summer.
Okay.
Went to a party with my friend at the time. We got drunk.
Yeah.
So, you know when you're younger, there's like the priority for drinking is to get you drunk.
Yeah.
So I remember us, Ray and nephews in a water bottle. So water bottle, empty the water bottle. Yeah, did you guys know that this is how alcohol was before? Ray and nephews, and then dilute, like Robinsons, and then water.
Water on top. Oh yeah, it's a dilute.
The dilute helped.
Okay.
But you weren't just drinking straight Ray. Like, you could detect it's Ray and water.
Ooh, Ray's my drink.
We were drunk. We were so drunk.
Yeah.
Got to the party. Those were the times where I used to smoke cigarettes. I've lived a life. I used to smoke cigarettes. So we've gone out front now. I dragged her, actually didn't smoke. Smoke cigarettes. And there were some boys out there just talking. The two black boys, like, I very rarely think men are handsome, as I say, will tell you.
That's true.
Nobody should come out and beat me. I just
my
type is Morris Chestnut in the West Man, and if they can bring him to London, that's fine. But I just very rarely.
Until then.
But yeah, he was just so handsome. But yeah, anyway, it was cool. And we just spoke. Like we literally, I spent most of that party outside speaking to him. Aww. He was really nice.
Yeah.
He was just, that's what I can say, like, he was just the nicest guy. He was Nigerian, he was Yoruba, so already...
That's your spec.
That's my spec.
That's your spec.
So, yeah, I was like, yeah, this is good, this is good. He lived around the corner for me, like, about 20 minutes away.
Oh, even better.
It was before the time people were driving, like, we were taking transport. 20 minutes away is a good vibe, like... And it turns out he'd be coming to uni in my city in September.
Oh. Even better.
It was like, wow. And those times I just loved a man. Like, so yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this could be a boyfriend.
No,
like,
you're right.
The erratic way of thinking as a child is actually crazy. So yeah, and we just started talking. Like, we talked so regularly. For the first 2 weeks, I had, like, my cousin staying with me, and I kept saying to him, I don't know if this guy likes me. I don't know if I've just made a friend. Like, it was just really ambiguous.
Okay, hate that.
But it was some of the best conversations, even till now, of my life. Like, it was just great getting to know him. And then after 2 weeks, he asked me to go out on a date.
Okay.
And I can tell you, my experience with men before that is I'd had one boyfriend when I was a lot younger.
Yeah.
And then I just had men waste my time. And men who waste your time don't be trying to take you out on dates.
No. So it was exciting.
We will talk about being the bigger friend in a different episode. So yeah, like, he was just very intentional is how he presented himself. Yeah. Nicest guy, man. Yeah, so we went on the date. It was at TGI Fridays, which would soon close down after that. Oh. The date was lovely. Yeah. Like, he put out my chair. It was my first experience of romance, I would say. Like, he was just a proper gentleman. Like, sometimes we just go and sit in a park for like 6 hours just talking. Oh. And like, he didn't like, it was never any push for it to be sexual, which is what I'd experienced with him before him. Yeah. Like, even on our first date, I think we didn't kiss for about 2 more weeks after that. Like, it was such a pure love. Yeah. So yeah, we literally just spent the summer getting to know each other. It was great, going on dates, introduced to some of my friends, some of like my cousins. Like, it was just going very well.
Until
honestly. So we met early July. Yeah. It is now September. We're both going back to the city. Yeah. We're going to different unis though, which is fine. Like, I was going to MU, he's going uni of. Okay. So that's fine. He was starting his first year. Oh my gosh, he was younger. That's been my one and only...
How young?
You lot all gonna laugh at me.
A year? She's counting on the fingers.
Obviously...
How?
I'm British, so he was the year below me in school.
Okay, fine.
Which you people understand is younger. But I'm also an August baby, and his birthday was in September.
Okay.
So I was only 2 months older than him.
Fine.
But,
That's nothing.
Yeah, we were the same age. But that just meant he was coming into his first year of uni, and I was going into my second year.
Okay.
And for those people who've gone to uni, going to uni as your first year, and going to uni on your second year is two different things. And for me, one thing I kept saying to him, I met all his family over summer. Me and his mum had the same birthday, and they had a massive family barbecue. Oh, my experience with this boy was great.
You went to the barbecue?
I went to the barbecue. I was so nervous. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous.
Meeting family.
That was my first time meeting anybody's family.
Yeah.
And they were all doing shower. Oh my gosh, they all knew my name. No. I literally went home. I was like, guys, I'm getting married.
They said, I called me.
They found me. Like, I found a husband. It was great. Oh, it was so lovely. And then I was quite insecure. So I kept saying to him, like, I know you think you really like me, but you haven't, like, gone to uni and done your first year. Right. Because first year of uni, for a lot of people, is freedom. Yeah. And for a lot of men, it is mass sex. No. So that's just what I saw. I too saw what people do in the first year, which is fine. But I don't need you to be telling me you've never met a girl like me. I remember one time outside my house just telling me how amazing I am. Like, can't wait to see a future with me. Like, and that's not the experience I'd had with men before. Yeah. So I was a goner. There was no way. Like, I was gone. Yeah. So we got to Leicester. And then it started just being light to touch. Like something that was really and that it was still very non-sexual, by the way, when we got to Leicester. So it was interesting. That's why I was saying, you'll get to Leicester now. And you'll see, and you'll be seeing bomb. You'll be like, you'll turn into something else. Like, let's be serious. Yeah. Oh. And then,
well, if you went to TMU, if you know, you know. No, if you know, you know.
Like, you got.
Anyway.
We got there, and like, we're now like 4 months into talking, like we're like friendly and stuff, but like what's going on is my question. Like, what exactly are we doing here? Yeah. Because obviously you've been talking about seeing a future, and he basically told me he can't commit to a relationship right now.
I need everyone to see me. Like.
So,
but when you were telling me I'm so amazing,
you can't wait to for us to do all of this, do all of that.
Man.
And like. At first, I was like, okay. Because you know when you're younger, how many boys have all of us convinced him that you think you're turning into a boyfriend that wasting your time? So yeah, like I was convinced. Like, because I will say, one of my experiences as a younger babe was the men who talk the best about me are men who won't commit to me. Like, let them gas up, show up for you. Like, you actually won't even know who they're talking about. Are you guys okay? So I just remember going to his house, like, it was just breaking me. Like, I was just broken. Like, I just liked him so much. Yeah,
and he comes.
And I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't just be like you like this.
And then you're in the same city.
It was too vulnerable for me. Like, because his thing is like, let's just keep going. Like, I can't. I've told you
let's just do vibes.
But let's just vibes it. Why you start beating every girl in this Leicester?
No, yeah.
I am going to lose my mind. I can't.
No, yeah, because that's crazy.
I literally went to his uni house and literally sat him down, and I was very. I remember the words I said. I was like, I need you to understand, like, where I'm coming from, because someone was doing this to your sister. I don't think I've ever said that to a guy since. Because you lot just treat me well all off your own back. Wait. Fuck your sister. But yeah, if someone was but if someone was doing this to your sister, like, does it make sense? Like, all you do is talk about how amazing I am, but
you don't want to commit.
To commit to me is
but
beyond.
You want to just do vibes.
Yeah. When I say, and like, he acted okay. You know, he basically never spoke to me again. He deleted my number. You think as I broke his heart.
To punch him.
Yeah. Anyway, that's how I went to. That was probably my first real experience with heartbreak. Me and Adele, 101. Yeah. Me and Adele, 101. My friend will tell you the way I used to sing and scream Adele songs in my room. No, because I didn't understand. Was I gonna die?
No, yeah.
And I was heartbroken for months.
Oh no.
Like, I actually never thought I was gonna ever recover, because I just didn't understand. Like, I'd go down to my friend's room just randomly, and I just don't understand how you could do this.
Just wake up in the middle of the night.
I don't get it.
Please don't explain.
So I can't, like, yeah. The thing with heartbreak, it was just all consuming for me. I cried. I'm a bit of a crybaby anyway, but God, I cried.
It was a lot.
So yeah, it was just such an experience. And then I went back to experiencing men who wanted to just rubbish me for a long time. So I feel like it made him into almost an idol in my head.
Right.
Yeah, it took me a long time to
like really move past that.
really move past that. I dated a bit, but
it wasn't the same.
Oh, he was the loveliest boy. I do wish him all the best. Then I messaged him about a year later, like when I felt like better, like because he was the loveliest guy. Like when you spend hours and hours talking to someone, and when you don't involve anything sexual in a relationship, guys, the celibate people know what they are doing. Like, I will always say it because the only person I can say I knew as deeply as I knew that boy is somebody I was in a relationship with for 5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nobody.
Yeah.
There's no way to talk to somebody like that. Like, so I just really wanted us to be friends, and he said we had nothing to discuss. Anyway, me, I've been embarrassed. I have stories for you guys.
It's not even friendship.
No, men don't like friendship apparently. So yeah, that's how I never saw him again, and then. Actually, I saw him on Twitter the other day, so we're going to see him at the LT
Actually, yeah, she has to shake her bum with his face. Shake her
so we'll see him at the LT
Yes.
But yeah, it was a lot for me. It was.
I wonder why he did you. I think he did you dirty like that because he didn't need to block you and be like, I need to discuss. You can be cordial at least. Like you're not fighting.
And if you are so in love with me, why didn't you lie for me?
No, yeah.
Like if your heart was so broken without me, like
I wanted to go scatter waste.
Oh, yeah, and that was, and I feel like. I always foresee stuff with men. Like I'll tell them, like, look at this, and they'll be arguing with me. Alas, are we not here today?
They will come and do
all the time. It's an experience.
God, that moves me onto and reminds me of the 5 stages.
Oh my gosh, walk us through
heartbreak. And they said that this is just generic Google stuff, but they said that the first stage of heartbreak is denial, and. Do you think you've been in denial when you've had a heartbreak?
Yeah.
Who am I talking about? Because I feel like for me,
I feel like it depends on the heartbreak, but yeah, I've definitely experienced it.
I think my denial was seeing red flags and ignoring
denying who the person is for me has been bad.
The person is showing you who they are. You said that's not Jesus. Show me another version. Try again. And press play, and we'll go from there. That was me. So I think that's. Yeah. No,
100%.
That's denial. And then they said that the second stage of heartbreak is anger.
I be staying angry, boy. I be going back to anger. Anger be...
Because this is not linear.
I be ready to rock. Like, I just can't comprehend them.
Do you know what's so funny? I just unlocked a memory that I have locked for years. I was genuinely going to go to my ex's house months later, maybe even a year after we broke up, to go and puncture his tires.
I've never been that crazy girl, and I wish I did.
Genuinely planning to do it. Like, it wasn't like, I'm going to do it. And I was going to go to his house and all 4 of the tires. So I know, to this day, I still know where he lives.
See?
So he should be careful. But, yeah. Anyway.
See, the anger's real.
The anger's real. And then the next one is bargaining. And I was like, okay, what is the definition of bargaining? And it is to negotiate the terms and conditions of a transaction. When I was doing, baby, please.
No, beg you,
I love you.
No, yeah. Me too. I thought he was going to fight for me in that conversation. He was like, he understood. Anyway, me thinking men are going to fight for me is common
that
sense.
whole thing. And they just let you go. And it's like,
okay. No, I feel like that's why I think I'm going to die. because you said I was the greatest. Now it's time to fight. Where's your swords? I don't get it.
So painful.
Okay.
And the next stage is depression.
Every time.
No, yeah, because that part for me has hit every time.
Every time.
Hurt in my heart. Thinking the ground. I remember saying once when I was heartbroken, I literally feel like the ground is going to swallow me up, and if it's not going to swallow me up, it needs to. Like, that one was and then the next one is acceptance.
I think that's the hard one.
That is the hardest one.
Coming to terms. I feel like, especially like as an adult.
Yeah.
Coming out of a long-term relationship, because I feel like people don't necessarily understand that planning your life around someone and then that person no longer exists in your life is actually really erratic. It
shakes up your whole world.
It shakes the foundation, because you're making plans
so like, what do I do
for
now?
Years with that person.
Right?
So yeah, you really have to dial it all back.
No, yeah.
Like you're really with a blank canvas having to start again.
It's hard. And that's 5 points. So you got denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. And I feel like there's one more point. And it's forgiveness or forgiving. Yeah. And it's not only forgiving them, it's forgiving yourself. Because for me, I was like, you're worth more than this. You're there begging a stupid rubbish dustbin of a man, a chewing gum boy. Nah, you're better than this. Yeah. And it's then forgiving them. And I feel like for me, forgiving them is just so I don't hold that
in within myself.
Yeah, I need to let it go. So I forgive you for what you've done. That's you. I'm going to be me and do better in life.
Do that from far away.
Right?
Thanks.
And I just thought that was,
No, yeah. No, I like
that's a good list. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
we have some heartbreak dilemmas for you guys. So, I think, should we run through?
Yeah. Let's see what dilemmas. Oh my God.
I think we'll just do 2.
Yeah. Okay. Where's my dilemma shot? Okay, yeah, I found it. Okay, this one's a bit of a mouthful, but I'm going to start. Okay, so this girl has said, to cut a long story short, I had a boyfriend about 3 years ago. We were together for about a year. Things were going great, or so I thought. But then he started moving higgy and he just broke up with me. I never really knew why and he never gave me an explanation, so I had to just move on and I was crushed. Last week, I went out with the girls and saw him at a bar I was at. I ignored him, but he caught me on my way to the bathroom and he said he wants to talk to me and get some closure in our relationship. Do you think I should have, 1, given him the time of day and also get some closure for myself, or 2, pretend like he doesn't exist? Sis, you're going to have to give me an update. That's first of all. Because I need to know what you did. But personally, I think
we'll give different answers, yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, no, I don't think I give him time of day. And people are talking about, I wouldn't give him the time of. You're touching me on the way. If I accidentally because when my own ex came back after a year, I was doing, how are you? He even said, how is Cheryl? What?
Don't keep my name out your mouth.
I was literally like, how can I help you? What do you want? No. Period. Leave me alone. So you two, you've got your closure. You have an understanding of what happened. You have an understanding of who he is. He's the kind of person that'll throw you away just on a whim, apparently. If he didn't have the decency to sit you down or at least have a conversation with you as to like why just to get some closure, why it's ending, why, basic decency, maybe why he doesn't want to be with you anymore, whatever the case may be, then why should you give him the decency to give him closure now? And you know what? You got your closure, sis. You got your closure. Your closure is his rubbish. And he threw himself in the bin. He took the trash out. So ignore him. Tell him never. This is the first and the last time
he should never talk to you in his life.
If he sees you out, he should just pretend like you're air. And I feel like people will say that's bitter. But, okay.
You hurt me.
He hurt me and I don't want to be around him more. He doesn't need to see me out and be like, hey, leave me alone. You hurt me and I'm going to keep you there. And that's fine. I think that's personally fine.
I understand.
I don't think being bitter is a really, really bad thing. I feel like people take bitter as like, do you know what I mean? As if it's bitter, like something in your
some witch in a Nigerian
film. But you hurt somebody. So of course
every action has a reaction. Like, why should I pretend like I'm...
So yeah, that's sis, ignore him, keep it pushing, keep it moving. That's it. What would you say?
I think very show out of me.
I'm scared.
I think you need to do what would be the best for you.
Okay.
If I'd thought of there's not that many. So now I'll say everyone. I'm gonna ruin my market. I think of the guys I've been with. Yeah. Put myself in that scenario with each of them. There's 2 people I'd like to have a conversation with.
Okay.
And you know what it is? I am so intrigued.
Just to know why.
It's intrigued that it doesn't keep me up at night or anything, but that information would be cool to have.
Okay.
What the hell happened?
What do you do with that information?
I feel like similarly not having the information, sometimes I'm like, I still wonder what happened there.
Okay.
So I feel like if you do still wonder.
Yeah.
Which to me is a natural reaction to...
It is.
Because as well, he broke up with you with no reasoning.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't have to be to benefit him.
Yeah.
Like, if there's information
that you
still wonder, then defo go get it.
Fair, no,
like, especially like being left at like, I really hate things like breakups or even friendship. The idea of ghosting someone to me is such a wicked
way to
and
treat
unbelievable
someone. Someone that you said that you loved, you liked,
somebody you've so kind of liked at one point. Like,
right?
The mental drain that comes with people ghosting you is so much that even when you like, I've definitely moved past. I've had a few friends that have ghosted me. One.
No, yeah, and that should be hurt.
Like, I've definitely moved past it, but like, for example, him, I don't want to hear it. I know some people he ghosted have given him the time of day. He's then embarrassed them after they gave him that time of day. I don't ever want to hear it.
No, yeah.
So but I kind of understand why there are some people in my life that what are you doing?
Now that you said that,
I wouldn't mind
spinning it on a friendship angle when you say, like, because I've had friend that ghosted me. Not that I wanted it, but if the opportunity came to
get the information
and get a closure, I wouldn't turn that down.
Yeah, no,
so
exactly.
I see what you mean.
So I can see why. Like, it's not even to keep me up at that, but just pure intrigue of what the hell went on there.
Yeah, like, why?
Because things like that not necessarily change the trajectory of your life, but do you have an impact? Like, maybe you took a route, like, not big impact, but something in your life did change. And it would be cool to have that. Why can't you have the piece of the puzzle if they're giving it to you now?
For free.
For free,
and takes nothing off your back.
Because you tried to get it for ages, they wouldn't give it to you, but if they're giving it to you now for free.
Okay.
It's not to take him back. It's defo not to take him back.
It's just for your own personal
it's just
curiosity, knowledge, and that's it.
Yeah.
So please, sis,
let us know if you get the information.
We're gonna circle around to this in another episode because I need to know what you did. I'm curious. Okay.
I'm gonna pick one.
Okay.
We
get some ones.
Okay.
We get some ones.
Thank you for sending in dilemmas, guys.
Really
We've been pursuing you for these heartbreak ones. So this isn't exactly about my heartbreak, but maybe you can advise. My friend has recently broke up with her partner of 6 years, and since then I've been seeing a lot of erratic behaviour. Erratic is not a good sign. I am 6 years. Yeah.
Okay, that's hefty.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to be supportive, but we recently booked a hotel in Manchester as we were going out there. Okay. I woke up to having sex with a guy she met in the hotel on the bed next to me. I love this girl. We have been friends for so long, but when I addressed it, as with everything recently, she didn't see anything wrong with her actions. This isn't my friend, but it's been 6 months. How long am I meant to keep up with this kind of rubbish?
Okay, you have to break this one down.
So much.
There's so many little...
Booked a hotel in Manchester as we're going out there. Woke up to having sex.
Let's stop there.
In the hotel bed next to me. So my question... No, to be fair, I don't have a question because if it's on the same bed, if it's on the single bed next, if it's on the bed next to, it's in the same room.
It's the same room. It has to be the same room. She didn't say.
And why am I taking part in a porno? Because that's what this is.
Wait, live and direct.
Were you guys about?
Did you have prior conversation about sex in the same room?
What prior conversation would you have with?
That's blown my mind because that's crazy. Because if you like, is it that you
And it's the way she said erratic behaviour recently.
That's erratic in itself.
And as if this is.
That's erratic in
a
itself.
long list of things.
I'm so curious to what
I think breakups are so... I always give too much grace. Once I've gone through a situation, everyone that goes through it, please be careful.
There's a certain amount of grace I can give.
But bloody hell.
Moving around, like if that's one thing of the erratic thing she's doing, it's been 6 months. What is sis doing? If you haven't set your friend down by now and be discussing, sis, you're moving.
But she even said, like, as with everything now, she sees nothing wrong with what she's doing.
How do you even... Ooh, they said this is dilemma for real, because how do you navigate your friend moving erratic, mad, and she sees nothing wrong with it? Because then no matter what you say to her, your rationale is not even going to make sense.
Yeah, because she thinks it's fine. I'm very...
I don't even know how to start.
I protect your peace vibes is what
I don't know how to start this one. Yeah.
I would say, like, you're saying, from my understanding, please come back and tell us what wrong. We can go again, but you've spoken to her about this.
So...
And, like...
That's it.
I feel like when life is hard and things are going wrong, you have to, like... The first stage is acceptance. Like, you accepting what is currently going on in your life and then moving forward from that. But you pretending everything's fine and not seeing anything wrong with erratic behaviour.
That's crazy.
You can't help her. Only she can help her.
Yeah. And only she can snap out of what she's going through.
Yeah, only she can. And all you can do is offer your support.
Yeah.
And I would say offer your support from just one step back.
I was just going to say that. My next point was going to be maybe you should take a step back.
And I feel like you could even be transparent with her about this. Like, this isn't a person you sign up to be friends with.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, when you're almost line it to like, you're literally standing next to someone and you've been so close at someone, you've always stood next to each other, and all of a sudden they start doing this.
No, yeah.
And they're hitting you.
Yeah, no,
and you're just
honestly.
like, oh my God.
No.
Take a step back so she can be doing
so
and you can be just woo in the background. That's how I see it.
Yeah, perfect.
Love
That's
it,
perfect.
love it. Yeah, love like that.
Because I feel like going through like life altering things, like everyone will react to that differently. You don't know you might know what within her that's triggering. I imagine you do. That's why you're not just running away from her.
Boy, yeah.
But similarly, supporting your friend at your own detriment, because I'm so mad. I'd call the police. I'm so mad. No, there's a man in my room.
Do live porno. That's crazy though. That's crazy, because that's like, just crazy.
They be quiet or what?
No, like I keep saying that's crazy. Because if you guys are not cool with that and you haven't had prior discussion,
is there people that are cool?
There must be, like, because that's crazy, and that's all I can say on that. Yeah. So sis, take a step back. Let her flail her arms and do all of this. Love her from where you can love her. Since she's your friend for obviously loads of years, love her from where you can love her, and that's all you can do. And I want an update.
Yeah, I want to know.
We want an update. Has she come to realisation? Yeah, is she still moving mad a year later? We'll resume the episode. Right, just for you. Because I have to know.
Okay, before we round up, what are some ways you'd improve your breakup heartbreak regime? Like, what are some things you'd put in place that you wish you had for younger Eze?
What I did in older years, what I put in place, and what I didn't, is remember who the F I was. Remembering who the F I was. And one of my sayings is, it's one of those sayings, but I can't come and call myself.
Every time.
I can't come and call myself.
Especially for a man.
I remember when I was, a few years ago, I sat and I was like, hello, hi, you had a life before this man, you will have a life after this man. I'm a very happy, chill person. And I was like, I'm going to remember who the F I am, and I'm going to be who the F I am, and I'm going to be that same person I was then, I am now. It's just shifted slightly, and that's okay. And that was really me. I feel like that really grounded me. It was almost like positive affirmations I'd say to myself. That grounded me. Because before, I forgot who the F I was. I was letting men walk all over me, begging men that were rubbish.
It's the begging.
When I meet the me I am today,
never.
God forbid, but if I was to break up with my boyfriend today, I'm going to remember who the F I am. I'm not going to be doing flailing of arms. I'm going to remember who I am.
Flailing of arms.
Yeah. No, yeah. So yeah, that was it for me. Grounding myself, positive affirmations. What about you?
What I've been able to do as an adult has been leaning into my support system.
Yes.
I think.
Okay. Yes.
And I think that's why, for me, the value of sisterhood. This weekend was amazing. I cannot.
Unmatched.
I cannot.
It's unmatched.
The value of sisterhood is such like, and I think it's very easy to get into a relationship and like let it become more consuming, especially when we were younger. Like people get boyfriends and you never hear from them again.
Right.
But it's so important to like nurture all the aspects of your life in a relationship. Yeah. I think it's so important for it to not consume you. So should it end, there's no reason for you to think you're gonna die. Because I have thought I was gonna die if something would end, and there's no reason for you to be of the thinking that you will die without a person. Yeah. And then like learning to do things by yourself, like being in the habit. I feel like I started doing a bit more solo things this year. Yeah. And I've really enjoyed them. Yeah. And I never thought I'd be that kind of person.
Solo stuff is fun.
So yeah, I think lean into that, and God, like, you're not by yourself in anything. Just a reminder, you're not by yourself in anything. Right. If it's hard, and nothing's too, some things you feel like is silly to God. If you know the things I'd be asking for, you guys would know nothing is too silly. Small. So yeah, just making sure that you have a life that is fulfilling with or without your partner. Yep. I think it allows for the heartbreak and the breakup.
Yes, because then you're still your own person. Yeah. So that is such
so you don't have to spend so much time finding out who you are off the back of the breakup. Like, you actually have a solid idea of, I am Shawan, this is what Shawan is.
Yeah, like, I 100% agree.
And especially outside of work, like, who are you and what do you enjoy to do? Like, what brings you joy? Knowing that will mean people add value. Yes. But they cannot kill you when they go away.
Bam. Because you have your own value.
Literally, I love just
that.
having your own value.
I really love that.
Oh yeah, it's an experience.
It is.
So I think that's the end of the Heartbreak Hotel stories.
We really overhit my heart's doing.
Honestly, all triggered.
No, right?
But it's been fun.
I'm loved.
No, yes,
I'm loved and I'm happy.
Literally, see, as it happy. I'm hitting men at the moment.
All the time. But thanks, guys. This was fun. This was fun.
Nice to be back.
Right.
We have a few cool episodes coming up with some guests.
We got some guests.
Yes.
Be prepared, guys.
So yeah, be very excited. Yes. So we'll be letting you guys know all about that very soon.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for listening. Take care.